What not a better way to kick off the self-mastery series? Welcome to Self-Mastery. My name's Hayden, and I help people. Let's go with that. Okay, now in this video we're going to be going over Dharma and how we can apply it to our mindset and in turn achieve better results. But if you're one of those people looking for, I'd say, more spiritual, Hindu side, all this, which is based off Hindu, there's some in Buddhism. We're not going to get all into that, though. That's not what I wanted to do. So I wanted to hit a few points today. Number one, what is Dharma? Well, Dharma would be, I'd say, your individual path. It is your duty here on earth. Now, I can't decide that for you. He can't decide it for you. She can't decide it. Nobody can decide it for you. That's your job. Now, I've heard a story once that kind of helped me learn kind of what Dharma is, but it's kind of a first step. So there's a man, and he's sitting next to a little puddle of water, and in the puddle of water there's a scorpion, and the scorpion's, strutting about, trying to get out. So he reaches over and he helps him out, the little scorpion. He'll be a he for now. And the scorpion, of course, stings him, and he lets the scorpion go. Not too long later, he sees the scorpion still in the puddle. He found his way back in, strutting about, reaches over, grabs him, picks him up, gets stung, same process. And so a guy that's walking by is like, why are you doing that? Don't you know that it's going to sting you? And the guy says, don't you know it is the Dharma of the scorpion to sting, but it is the Dharma of the human to save? Now, the thing about Dharma is that everything has its own path. You see, a tree, it's like Les Brown says, a tree can't be anything but a tree. A rabbit can't be anything but a rabbit. The lion's path every morning when they get up is to go out and hunt. If you think about key lime pie, that's supposed to be sweet. Now, if you bought a key lime pie and it was spicy, I wouldn't say that key lime pie is on its Dharma. And so, everything has its own thing. Dogs have their own Dharma. Cats have their own Dharma. You call a dog, you go, and all of a sudden, but then you call a cat and all you get is. And so, everything has its own Dharma. The flowers, the earth, the seasons, planets, everything. It's a cosmic force, in a sense, that keeps kind of everything tied together. Now, us as humans, it's a little bit different because even though we are one species, we each individually have a different Dharma. You are currently living on your Dharma right now. You are doing what you must be doing right now. Now, there's some things that I've heard about Dharma, and this is where you bring in a lot of controversy, and that's why I didn't want to go into the spiritual side of it. I want to go to how we can apply it. But the thing about Dharma that I've heard is that I heard one story, I think this is actually from the Bhagavad Gita. There's a boy and his dad's dying, and his dad's like, bring me some water, but also at the same time, there's a bunch of pirates coming in and, raping all the girls and, beating everybody and taking them out of town. Now, what should the boy do? Should he save his father? Should he go and save the town? I don't know. It's his Dharma. It is for him to decide. He's currently living on his Dharma, but it is his choice on what to act upon. And so things are your choice to act upon. A lot of people tell each other, you should be doing this, you should be doing this, you need to be doing this. But a lot of them don't even know what they should be doing. And so with Dharma, it's your path. You know your Dharma. You will come up with your Dharma. You are currently living your Dharma. And this is all confusing, and you can look up and find all the deep whatever you want to find about it. Either way, Dharma is your path in a sense. If you're curious about finding your own path or what you need to do, I've got a video that actually it's a podcast. This is the first video. But I've got a podcast named Know Thyself. I'll put a link at the end of this video. Just go check it out. It'll definitely help you. And so when we realize that we each have an individual path, that you are unique, I'm unique, He's unique. There's nobody that's really the same. It's like a mixture of, a bunch of M&Ms. I'll take these two and these two. There's your personality. There's your likes. There's your dislikes. Your interests. Your hobbies. Everything. There's nobody that's just like you. So the thing that you need to be doing is going to be very unique. It is your Dharma. So when you see people doing things and you don't necessarily agree, whether it is right or wrong, it is their choice upon what they have to do. Like I said, a lot of people, and I've done it before, you've done it before, everyone's done it before, telling someone, oh, you just need to do this. Everything will be better if you just do this. But that's not for you or I to decide. And so, whenever you practice this and just realize that everybody's on a unique and different path, you don't get as upset or, you don't get rustled up by things as much. And that really keeps your head straight. As I've said, to filter in the thoughts, the negative thoughts and the positive thoughts, and, it'll happen. Doing this too and understanding Dharma, understanding what you need to do will help you in the long run. Understanding that other people are on their own Dharma. They're doing their own things. There are things formulating for them, whether things are bad, whether they're doing something that you don't like, whether you don't agree with it. It really doesn't matter, and that's the sad truth. And so when you stay all caught up in other people's business, you aren't really focusing on yourself and figuring out what you need to do. Spend less time worrying about other people and worry about yourself. That's one of the first things that ever changed my life, honestly, for the better. And it's one of the ways to self-mastery. That's what this series is for. And so when I see people who just, all they talk about is not themselves, not in like a unselfish way, but they're just talking about, oh, this person, almost like gossiping or shit-talking. Yeah, just basically shit-talking. If you find yourself doing that a lot, you, number one, probably don't have enough to talk about yourself. So start creating things. Start having things that are going to make you accomplish something that you can actually talk about that rather than talking bad about what she's doing, he's doing, everyone else is doing. So we understand that we all are unique. We all have our own plan, our own path to greatness, our own path to self-mastery. Step one on kind of getting into your Dharma, get out of somebody else's. First step, stop worrying about them and start working on you, because if you got so much to talk about yourself, of course, not in a selfish way. I'm meaning in regards to rather than talking smack about somebody else. Either way, if you practice this, if you start learning to know yourself, you start to get on your Dharma, you start understanding, what you need to do, because it is, in the end, up to you. And once you do that, those are the first steps to the journey to the land of milk and honey. And so before I go, as I said earlier, I was going to leave a link to the Know Thyself. That is right here. The next thing, click this right now and subscribe, because I'm going to be making a lot more videos. I will for you all to prosper and have a great day.